Lewis Hamilton will be the headliner for a Las Vegas Grand Prix launch party this Saturday, and thankfully for fans, the event is free. The word free isn't likely to be used too often when it comes to the inaugural Grand Prix back in Las Vegas on the iconic strip as F1 returns to the desert city for the first time in 1982 next year, and the 12-month mark before the race will be celebrated this coming weekend. Fans can get a taste or at least smell and see some of the F1 action, with live demonstrations taking place on Las Vegas Boulevard from Sergio Perez, Alex Albon and the two Silver Arrows drivers George Russell and the 7-time world champion Hamilton. The celebration will be an all-day event as the city continues to juice up fans for the big Grand Prix next November, with F1 CEO Stefano Domenicali keen to get the local fan base involved early on in the Grand Prix, along with the thousands that will no doubt be jetting into Vegas for the first race. The Las Vegas Grand Prix is going to become a regular fixture in the city and on the global sporting calendar, so it is important to have local fans both celebrated and celebrating with us from the very start, said Domenicali. This launch is a small but exciting taste of things to come over the next year when all the Formula One teams hit the strip. Those flying in next year for the event could get a rather rude awakening when it comes to the cost of getting to the race, with Caesars Palace, the casino, offering a room for the weekend at over $5,000 this week, and tickets expected to easily surpass the $2,000 mark. But maybe this weekend's free party will fuel the fire for many of us to get saving. Elsewhere, Martin Brundle has backed his Sky Sports colleague Ted Kravitz after the pit lane reporter said Lewis Hamilton was robbed of the Drivers' Championship last season and thus triggered the Red Bull media silence towards the broadcaster across the Mexican Grand Prix weekend. Kravitz made his comment on the show Ted's Notebook after the Grand Prix in Austin, Texas, with Max Verstappen and Red Bull seeing it as the tipping point after a number of comments this season that they felt were preventing the sport from moving on from last season's end-of-year fiasco and igniting online hate with sensationalised journalism. More social media hate has been fired towards both Red Bull and Kravitz from both sides of the argument, but Sky Sports has stayed silent on the matter, a smart move to avoid escalating the scenario. But F1 commentator and pundit Martin Brundle has openly backed his broadcast colleague, saying, "For the avoidance of doubt, my friend and colleague for the past 26 years, Ted Kravitz, has my full support," said Brundle in a tweet. Face-to-face dialogue is the only way to sort out issues and disputes in the relentless crucible of the F1 paddock. We all have opinions and different jobs to do. That's life. So the silent saga may continue a little longer between Red Bull and Sky Sports. We want to know if you think Ted Kravitz's comments were part of a sensationalised journalism technique that the broadcaster is using. Let us know, as always, in the comments section below. And will you be saving up for the Las Vegas Grand Prix next year? More F1 news on GPFans.com and GPFans Global across social media as well.